Hello everyone, Dr. John B. Gordon III, Division Superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools, and I am here today with a very special guest, Dr. Judith Brooks Buck. Dr. Buck and I are going to have a brief conversation just to give our audience some insight into the development of our new strategic plan. We actually began this process in July of 2021, and at our last school board meeting in November, the school board finally approved the new plan. Dr. Buck, would you mind telling the audience just a little bit about the process and how the school board came to make this vote?
Well, we decided to, early in the year, we knew this was coming up. Of course, we changed the plan every 5 or 6 years. We move, hopefully we accomplish our goals and we move forward. So as we prepared for this, we looked at our former goals, and actually when we got ready to hire you, you came in for your interview after having looked at our old plan, at the plan that we were currently using to see how you could move smoothly from where we had stopped, where the old superintendent had stopped and the interim superintendent was working, and then to move forward to make a smooth transition. So when we hired you, you had already looked at, reviewed the plan, and we were ready to move forward. But in the process, we also decided to look at ourselves to see what we were doing and what role we needed to play as we moved forward. And of course, as soon as you started and we got the program off, we thought, to a good start, the pandemic hit. And it changed everything. No one was prepared to do this. There isn't a book that's written on, that I'm aware of, what to do when a pandemic hits a school system and the whole world is shut down. So as you came forward and you moved through all of these things, we had to consider when we looked at our strategic plan, because of course student achievement, the whole idea of testing changed. Culture and climate were totally, absolutely, and positively affected, not just in our buildings, among our staff members, but in our communities. Mm-hmm. The whole world was impacted by what was going on. Our community needed to be on the same page when we came to developing the plan, and of course to make the most effective and efficient use of our resources, human and physical. So we began in 2021 what our strengths were and what our challenges were, how we were going to move forward and how we were going to meet them, and we moved forward from there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and Dr. Brooks Buck is exactly right. We did surveys with the community, surveys with staff, surveys with the board, and each time that we met, Dr. Akima Branch, our Chief Academic Officer, actually led the process for us during the work sessions, and then Dr. Buck facilitated discussion amongst the school board members. And you know, as you mentioned, Dr. Buck, the school board kind of settled in on 4 goals of student achievement, climate and culture, human and fiscal resources, community engagement, and communication. Is there anything you want to add as far as how some of those indicators or even how those 4 goals were developed?
We went through a process, and as you indicated, Dr. Branch was an essential element in the development of the process. Every work session, we decided to take it piece by piece and really reflect as we worked through the process. These things seem to evolve as key elements of where our focus should be. And she actually taught a master class for us as board members, because all of us come with different backgrounds.
That's right.
All of us had some experiences with children and with community and so on and so forth. However, doing those things and doing this are 2 different things. And so she worked with us, making sure everybody's ideas were included. She helped us work through polishing them up. When we looked at, of course, the key element, student achievement, because that's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. We had to consider not just one thing in isolation, the test scores, because everything impacts student achievement.
That's right.
How people feel in the environment they're in. You can't have student achievement if you don't have a good climate. Mm-hmm. You can't have student achievement if you don't have staff that's effective, that is willing to work with people and understand their challenges. You can't have anything that the public will support if you don't let them know what you're doing.
That's right.
So communication, because we have done some great work in Suffolk Public Schools. Our students are successful in the workplace, higher education and participants in the community. They're going into the military, they're doing mission work, they're doing all sorts of things that people may or may not be aware of. So we want to make sure we tell our story in Suffolk Public Schools. And of course, the best management of the budget, which was a part of our process as school board members, getting the resources, helping you get the resources, and the staff get the resources that they need, and you all helping us see how best to use those resources to accomplish our purpose. So I think it was an inclusive process under Dr. Branch's leadership and with the help of you and Dr. Bird, many of our other administrators, our principals, working with different groups at different times as well.
I agree with that. And this 16-month process and development of strategic plan also showed the partnership between school administration staff and the school board. And this is the product. This will be our constitution of what we're going to use moving forward to help drive not only school board policy, but also decisions in the day-to-day operations of the school administration. And we're excited that our new strategic plan, which will last for the next 5 years, is going to officially kick off on January 3rd, 2023, and will last us to January 2028. Destination 2028, connection, educational excellence, and innovation. And anytime you have a new strategic plan, you also must have a new vision and mission statement. Our new vision statement will be that Suffolk Public Schools is to strive for excellence in education, celebrate diversity, and be committed to students, staff, and the school community. The mission of Suffolk Public Schools is to produce 21st century learners that will become productive citizens to society, foster a dynamic, safe, and nurturing learning environment, partner with the school community for the benefit of students and staff, strengthen the school division by employing a highly qualified and diverse staff, effectively and efficiently manage capital and human resources, and to effectively communicate to increase community investment. Our strategic plan slogan, creating achievers from classroom to community. So anytime we have a new strategic plan and a new strategic plan slogan, ladies and gentlemen, we must also have a new hashtag. So our new hashtag, which will go into effect in January of 2023, SPS creates achievers. As Dr. Buck said, it's always going to be about the kids. It's always going to be about the partnership that we have with our community, our staff, our other constituents and stakeholders. And I really applaud our school board for a great effort, great levels of teamwork, which is going to guide Suffolk Public Schools for the next 5 years. We want to thank all of you all for tuning in. I want to thank you, Dr. Buck. If you have any additional questions about our strategic plan, please make sure that you visit our website and all of our social media platforms, as more information will be coming out over the next year.